Part 2 of sharing my full non-toxic hair care routine. In part 1, I shared my favorite shampoos, conditioners, and hair masks, and now we're gonna do hair styling, and I'm gonna style my hair while we talk about all the products I use. Got out of the shower about 30 minutes ago. I did my full hair wash. If you want to see what shampoos and conditioners I use, you can just tap on this comment and it'll take you to part 1. Once I'm out of the shower, I try to let it air dry for a little bit up in this towel, and I love this towel because I have very thick hair and it holds it up perfectly. I don't brush my hair or anything. I put it directly in this towel. Sometimes I'll leave it up here for hours, sometimes only like 30 minutes. Today's only like 30 minutes. So after I take it down, the very first product that I use, and my favorite leave-in conditioner, the Sense leave-in conditioner. I spray this in my hair before I even brush it. It helps a lot with tangles. My hair can be pretty tangly because it's just so thick and long. So I spray this everywhere before I brush it. And then I use my wet brush. I love the wet brushes. I feel like they just work the best and they're the best bang for your buck, the best price. And I just brush this all the way through. That Sense Organics helps so much with tangles. My hair used to be so hard to brush, especially after the shower, but now it's not. After my hair is all brushed, I just give it a little shake, let it air out for just a second, fix my part a little, just brush it a tiny bit more after the shake. And I usually style my hair right away or blow dry it. It just looks better when I blow dry it right away instead of letting it air. But one product that helps a ton if you love to air dry your hair but you need help with like the little bit of frizziness or a little bit of curliness underneath, you have to try this JVN air dry cream. Just take a tiny bit of it, put it on the bottom of half of your hair. It actually helps your hair air dry so beautifully without any frizz. So I highly recommend this, but since I'm gonna blow dry my hair today, I won't use this and I'll use a heat protectant instead. I have two favorite heat protectants. One is the Sense Organics Hair Love Prep Spray. This is really great on dry or wet hair, which is really nice about it. But before I blow dry my hair, I've been liking this one a lot, the JVN Complete Blowout Styling Milk. I just take like a pump and a half, really do not need much at all. Emulsify it in between your hands. Like I even probably got too much, I could have used way less, and then I just kind of like flick it on the bottoms of my hair. This protects your hair from the heat, but it also just helps your blowout be nice and like frizz-free, glossy, a little bit shiny, but it's not heavy. Just use less product than I just did, and I pretty much put that everywhere. So the leave-in and the blowout cream are the only products I use right out of the shower. I take my favorite hair product ever, or hair styling tool, the Shark Flex Style. I love this thing. It's my blow dryer, it's my straightener, it's my curling iron, and I'll just put the blow dry attachment on it and I'll just messily blow dry my hair until it's like 95% dry, pretty much all the way dry. I used to use a traditional blow dryer. It used to take so long to blow dry my hair. I would dread it. I would rarely do it. This has cut that time in half. It is so freaking fast. I'm gonna speed it up, blow dry my hair to like 95% dry. Okay, hair is pretty much completely dried. That took me less than 7 minutes, which is unheard of if you have thick hair like mine. The Shark Flex Style I think helps a ton with that, and then just the products I use help it dry a little bit faster. And as you can see, it's not super frizzy or curly on the underneath, so I think those products do help with that. I think your hair just looks so much more put together and clean and like more intentional when you figure out and make sure that your part is nice and straight. So I take a fine tooth comb for that. I just do a middle part most days. Makes such a difference. Now I notice like jinky parts. And now we curl the hair, and of course I'm gonna use my Shark Flex Style. I love this thing. Use it kind of like a curling wand. Take off this attachment. It comes with two curling wands, one with an L, one with an R. So for the right side of your head, the left side of your head, you guys get the point. We're gonna do the right side first. So I just put this in. Since I have such thick hair, I do it in layers. So I'm gonna take, I don't know, like, I do it in 3 different layers. So break your hair into thirds. You could add more heat protectant to each layer before you curl it, but I personally don't. This thing is kind of loud, so I'm gonna try to talk you through how I do it before I turn it on, but I take a piece about this size, I don't know, like an inch, inch and a half. And then I take the curling wand down to the bottom, I turn it on, and I kind of let it suck up the bottom while I turn it, kind of like I would a wand, and all the hair will get sucked. After a few seconds of it being on hot, I'll do the cold shot for a few seconds and then I turn it off. Cold shot, turn the whole thing off, and then just slowly drop the curl out. And I do not touch them until I've done my whole head. I'm gonna speed it up, finish this layer, and then I'll be back. Make sure to switch the barrel depending on what side of your head you're on. So I'm switching to the left side. Take down the next layer and I just continue on all around my head. I think that either the Dyson Airwrap or the Shark FlexStyle can seem really overwhelming, but if you kind of just treat it like a curling wand, it's much easier than you'd think. I'll be back after I finish this layer. Okay, I'm down to this final piece here, which is a little bit shorter than the rest of my hair, and I really don't do anything differently. I just hold it on for a little bit less time because I don't want it to be as curly. And I move it back and forth a lot more. Turn it off, kind of let it fall on its own. There we go. I haven't touched any of the other curls. Let them be. Okay. Every single piece of hair in my hair is now curled. It takes me less than 10 minutes. There's 2 more non-toxic products that I use. One of them is this John Masters Organics hairspray. It's hard to find a non-toxic hairspray, and you're not going to find one that's aerosol. This is the best one I've tried. I love that it doesn't leave my hair crunchy or sticky or hard, but it does hold my curl all day. If your hair doesn't hold a curl very well, then I would recommend spraying this on every single layer, but I just do it at the very end and it works perfectly for me. I wait until the curls are completely cooled before I brush them out. While we wait for them to cool, in between washes, I only wash my hair twice a week, so I'll use the Just Ingredients dry shampoo. I love that it's a pump bottle, so it's not as messy, but it soaks up all the oil and it smells delicious. The curls are cooled down. I just use my fingers and lightly run through them. This is always the best part about styling your hair. Then I take a little bit of the JVN Shine Oil and put it on the ends of my hair. I love this after I style it. It actually makes your hair shiny, but it's not heavy or oily. That oil also smells amazing, but that's it. That's all the products I use for my hair. That's how I style my hair. Let me show you the back. How does the back look? I mean, does it really matter? Because I can't see it. All of my favorite non-toxic hair products are on my Amazon. That's where I buy most of them. And if you're on the fence of getting one of these, I highly recommend them.